guys, it's your girl T, and I hope everybody is doing good, honey. Make sure y'all have y'all's teacups ready because this tea is what? Piping hot. When I tell you it went down today, there's been so much drama and tea being spilled all over social media. I hope y'all's ready, so we're gonna go ahead and get into these stories. First thing we're gonna talk about today is the whole T.I. and Tiny divorce situation, okay? Did a video a few weeks ago about Tiny and Floyd Mayweather, and I told y'all in that video that Tiny and T.I. were living separate lives. She had her own place and that they were not together, but a lot of folks still try to come for me and tell me that I was lying and they're together, and that she did an interview just a few weeks ago with People Magazine where she denied all the divorce rumors. I don't give a damn what Tiny said to People Magazine, honey. When I tell you the ATL is one of the messiest cities out here, don't nothing get kept quiet in the ATL, okay? Folks been spilling all their tea for months. Now, after I told y'all they were separated, they weren't together, people didn't believe me, but now it has been confirmed, honey. So TMZ reported last night that Tiny Harris, who is 41 years old, she filed for divorce earlier this month in Henry County in Georgia. Now, Tiny and T.I., as we all know, they've been married since 2010. They have 3 kids together. They have King, they have Major, and then they have the little baby who's 9 months old. Her name is Harris. Now, Tiny also has an older daughter, Zanique, and then T.I. has his other 3 children by other women, Messiah, Domani, and Deja. So they were like a really cool blended family. They had their show, The Family Hustle. I couldn't stand that show, but I knew there were some things going on with them because in these last 2 seasons, when I have happened to catch the show, you never see T.I. and Tiny together in any of the scenes. You either see T.I. with the boys or you see Tiny, with the little ones or with her daughter. You don't never see them together. So a lot of people are saying the reason why they're getting a divorce is basically Tiny is tired. She's tired of the cheating. She's tired of the drama. And supposedly T.I. had a baby on her. And then they decide to have another baby together thinking that would help the relationship. Of course, it's done nothing for their relationship. One of the things that people have said over the years in Atlanta is that Tiny and T.I. invite people into their bedrooms. They have threesomes, they have all types of sex parties and everything else. And so this has been talked about on the blogs for years. Telling them they pour champagne into the water. Telling them they pour champagne into the water. This has been talked about on the blogs for years. And I hope this entire situation is a wake-up call for a lot of females. A lot of females feel like they will do any and everything to make a man happy. You have to make yourself happy first and foremost. And what people need to realize is that open marriage, it rarely ever works out. For some people it can, but for a lot of people it doesn't. And once you invite people into your bedroom, you can't then turn around and say, well, you can only cheat if I'm there. People are going to feel like, since we're messing around with other people, what does it matter if you're here or not? And I think that's where a lot of the conflict comes in. And I hope this is a wake-up call to Tiny and a lot of other women who feel the need to have this ride or die mentality. I talked about this in my other video. People want to be so ride or die for other people as opposed to being ride or die for their damn selves, as opposed to being ride or die for God, as opposed to being ride or die for things that really, really matter in the grand scheme of things. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, people are just human and they will let you down time and time again. I feel like Tiny and T.I. really did love each other, but I feel like Tiny's also tired. Rumor has it in the ATL that Tiny and T.I. used to invite all types of people into their bedrooms. They would have threesomes, and Tiny was okay with T.I. sleeping with other women as long as she was there. You can't bring folks into your bedroom when it's convenient and then dictate the terms when you're not there. And I really think that she had convinced herself that as long as he was cheating with her, it wasn't cheating. This is why I say a lot of folks need to put themselves first and stop doing things outside of their character or things that they may not be comfortable with just to keep a man. With that being said, I also feel like this is T.I.'s loss because Tiny was a ride or die chick. She held that man down. She even had to walk away from her own reality TV show with Toya because T.I. didn't like the fact that she had her own show. I'll never forget when he got arrested. I believe it was in California, when he got arrested with drugs and he had lean and stuff on him and they had Tiny on the ground. And, it's like this woman has been through so much just to hold this man down, and for him to constantly disrespect her time and time again, I'm glad she's finally waking up. It makes me respect her more that she's willing to walk away, because you have a lot of women out here who are with men who ain't got shit, honey. the damn side fry cook. He ain't even the head fry cook at Bojangles, honey. He's the assistant fry cook. You got, some men out here who ain't on nothing, and women will put up with so much bullshit before they leave. They'll say, well, I'm here because of the kids, but only have one kid. Tiny has 3 children with this man. He's famous. He's wealthy. You know what I'm saying? And she has self-esteem issues because of all the women that he cheats with. We've seen her change her eye color and, just do all types of crazy stuff over the years. Lots of plastic surgery, trying to keep him attracted to her. And that still did not stop him from cheating and creeping on her. But like I said, I respect her because I know she's hurting and I know she's going through a lot. I give her props for finding the courage and finding her self-dignity again and getting rid of him. Because if somebody's not going to make you happy, if you guys can't make each other happy in a relationship, it makes no sense to, to keep up the facade. It makes no sense to be tied in that relationship. All it does is just make the household miserable. It makes the children suffer. Sometimes you just need to go your separate ways. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people are just not meant to be together. This is why we have separation and divorce. And I believe in it. You guys know I've been through a lot. I've been divorced. So I'm not talking from somebody who hasn't been through it. It's very hurtful. It's very painful. You go through a lot. Your children go through a lot. But at the end of that, at the end of all that hurt, all that depression, there's light at the end of that tunnel. And I've been divorced now for 5 years, and I'm probably the happiest I've been now, single, divorced, finding out who I am, than when I was married. So I think Tiny will be okay. And I'm glad that she finally woke up and she finally realizes that she deserves better, and I'm sure they're still going to be cool. And I think as long as they can be there for the kids and do the co-parenting thing, they'll be fine. But I think at this point in time, T.I. needs to go his way and she needs to go her way. But T.I. will never find another woman to be down for him in the way that Tiny was. Right now he thinks he's living the life. He got all these chicks and, this and that. But at the end of the day, I don't think that any of these women that he's chasing or that he's with will ever compare to Tiny and all the shit she put up with. I mean, she took a chance on T.I. when he was a nobody, when he was just an up-and-coming struggle rapper with mixtapes, and she was Tiny from Escape. So she took a chance on him where most people would have been like, hell no, I'm not talking to him. And then once his star power rose, she was there right along with him. And for him to just constantly cheat and have outside kids and, just so much drama, I feel bad for her. But at the end of the day, everything that glitters is not gold. And sometimes it's not about the money. It's not about the prestige. It's not about the fame. Sometimes you have to walk away with nothing more than your self-respect. 2017 is in a few more days. If you're going through the same shit that Tiny's going through and you're going through a breakup or a divorce, just know, speaking from experience, that it does get better. So the whole situation is sad. I hate to see their family split up. But I just think that she's just gotten to the point where she's just been through so much. Tiny is done. She's over it, honey. And when I tell you, the internet, of course, has something to say. I want y'all to go ahead and check out these comments, these tweets, and what folks have to say on social media. Check this out, and I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary. All right, so you guys just saw the comments, the tweets, and what folks have to say. So like I said, a lot of the internet are shocked about the whole situation. They did not expect Tiny and T.I. to break up, but at the end of the day, I think it's just for the best. And like I said, they've been separated for a while now, regardless of what she was telling the blogs and what she was telling the magazines. You could tell that they had not been together for a while. So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping, honey. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this entire crazy situation. Once again, concerning Tiny and T.I. How did you feel when you first heard that said Tiny filed for divorce. Were you shocked? Were you surprised? Were you happy for her? Or do you feel like maybe they need to work it out? So anyways, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. All right. Deuces. Hey you guys, it's your girl T. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share my videos. You can also visit lovelyti.com to purchase any merchandise. Also, don't forget to click the boxes down below to watch any of my previous videos. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.